What's up everyone, and welcome to the third video in this consulting interview series. By now, we've covered how to deal with the fit interview as well as how to conquer the case. And if you haven't already checked out those videos, I'll link them in my bio below. So today, I want to cover something that's kind of a mix of both a behavioral and a case, and that's the group case interview. These types of interviews share significantly more than the average behavioral and case interview because of how they operate. So before getting into it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to help out the channel. Now let's get into it. Group interviews have so much value for the interviewers and the company. It shows the interviews how to solve time-sensitive cases in short periods of time while giving the company a glimpse of how these individuals represent themselves in a team setting. Are they willing to listen to their colleague? Will they express their concerns to their team? How will they work on a consulting project? When I think of group interviews, I think of them as a 3-in-1. You have the behavioral interview aspect, where you're applying your communication skills. You have the case interview given the purpose and prompt of the interview, and you also have the teamwork component while you're working with others on an interview similar to what you'll be experiencing as a management consultant. When many candidates think about case interviews, they think the others who are interviewing with them are their competition. They think that they must outperform them and these colleagues when they are consultants. And unfortunately, you couldn't be more wrong. These environments are set up and monitored by usually more than one interviewer because they want to assess everyone's personality and problem-solving ability. They want to see how you handle problems as well as how you overcome them. I find these types of interviews more stimulating because it's the absolute closest thing you can get to an actual consulting case. I remember having multiple group interviews for a couple companies and having different experiences at each. In some of those interviews, there were those candidates who initially took the leading role, assigned responsibilities to the others, and completed the case correctly, but without regarding the others' opinions. There were also other cases where we divided the responsibilities and met back at the end of the interview to discuss our conclusion. And there were also one or two instances where we deliberated throughout without assigning roles and positions and still successfully completed the task. Truthfully, the last one was the most stimulating and most fun because you're in a constant collaboration with your peers, get to learn each other's thought process, and present at the same time. It's also interesting because this was also the interview where the majority, if not all of us, passed the interview and received an offer. My conclusion from working on these cases, being in teams in the past, as well as being a consultant today, is to always help your colleagues. You're working on the same project to receive a common goal, so what's the benefit in sabotaging the other or belittling their efforts? Even if you aren't working on the same project or may never work with them past that hiring interview, you always want to have respect for that other individual because you never know when you might rub shoulders walking across the street or when you might just need a favor from them. Now, going into the team aspect of these group interviews, here's what you need to do for a better outcome. Listen and communicate. I know this sounds easy and you're wondering why I even bring this up, but you'd be surprised. When we enter these stressful situations, we sometimes forget the simplest things and throw out our game plan. In group case interviews, read the prompt independently, take notes, take some time to think and draft your question, then go out and share your ideas with others. That way you have your own ideas to think about and share prior to being influenced by what others have to say. It shows both your colleagues and the company that you're a person who isn't going to just piggyback off of what others are going to be saying and have your own opinion. If you're going against the common answer the others are sharing, take a moment to review your stance before sharing something that contrasts their work. This might be a calculation or an approach to solving the problem, but you always want to check your work before sharing. Don't get me wrong though, it's always right to go against the norm as long as you can prove or justify your logic or way of thought. It'll even show the company that you aren't afraid to stand out and do something differently. Again though, I'd only encourage you go about this route only if you've checked your work and are prepared for good or bad praise. So as a recap, understand that group case interviews are meant to show a company the closest simulation of what it would be like to have these interviewers as part of their team and company one day. You always want to put your best foot forward by respecting your colleagues and helping each other out. Before deliberating though, always take some time to review the material and come up with your own ideas before hearing what the others have to say. It'll add value to how you solve the case, as well as show the recruiters that you're not just going with what the others have to say and want to make a significant contribution to the problem at hand. If you do have something to share that goes against what the others are saying though, be sure to check your work twice before sharing it with them and the company. If you follow these steps and enjoy your time during the group case interview, there's no doubt you'll be coming out of that interview successful. With that being said, if you found this video helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I upload videos twice a week on Mondays and Wednesdays, and actually have another interview series going on right now, so be sure to check out that one as well for different and incredible helpful advice. If you'd like to prepare for your case interviews, visit my website ryanroffey.com and use the promo codes in the bio below to guarantee your success in consulting. As always, thanks. Until next time.